And in the wake of the pain, you try again, standing up after you fall. So let it rain and leave you changed, 'cause being brave is letting up win after all. And in the wake of the pain, you try again, standing up after you fall. So let it rain and leave you changed, 'cause being brave is letting up win after all.
The Hohem company has sent me a new smartphone gimbal with artificial intelligence. Let's review this. What's good, guys? My name is Oleg Nikitin, you're watching No Limits On channel, and today we're going to find out what kind of artificial intelligence is in this smartphone gimbal, Hohem iSteady V2 AI. AI stands for Artificial Intelligence. So let's start off with the kit. It comes in a pretty small box, and the whole gimbal is really lightweight. It's only 263 grams. Also here we have a little pouch, as well as the small tripod fit made out of plastic, but it's a pretty good one and sturdy one. Also the charging cable, USB type A to USB type C, and a small strip to carry the gimbal around. And the weight capacity of this gimbal is less than 280 grams. And I've been using it with my iPhone, it's not mine, it's my girlfriend's iPhone 12 Pro Max, and it handles it perfectly. This gimbal has the battery of 2800 mAh, 9 hours of work time in the normal mode, 4 hours with AI, artificial intelligence for tracking your face, and also if you use the flashlight, the LED light, 3 steps of brightness, it can work for 2 hours with AI and LED turn on, and it charges 2.5 hours. Also, you can charge your phone with this gimbal because it has kind of a power bank function built in. And now it's time to assemble the gimbal and to put the phone on it and to balance it. So at first we attach the tripod fit like so, nothing special here. Then we unscrew this little knob, we unfold it and screw it once again like so. We put it on the ground or on the table, the stable surface, and then we face this little sensor, which is the AI sensor for your face tracking, upwards, and we put the phone with the cameras watching and looking to the left, and also we balance it so the phone doesn't fall any direction. I did it from the first time, and then we can press the button to turn it on, and it's turned on. At the default, it is set to pan tilt follow, so it follows you in any direction. In terms of build quality, it's a pretty nicely built gimbal. The plastic is not premium, of course, for this price, but it's a pretty beefy gimbal and I have no issues with the build quality. And by the way, as a disclaimer, I have to mention that Hohem did send me this unit for free, but it doesn't matter. It's a totally independent and honest review. Now let's talk about the buttons. Here we have our joystick, the pretty, regular joystick. Left, right, up and down. Also the shutter button, the power button and the zoom rocker, but no trigger. But it doesn't really matter, I don't use it often. Now let's discuss what those buttons do. The first button, the power button, if you press it once, it switches the vertical and horizontal orientation. If you press it twice, it recenters the gimbal, but you cannot see it right now. Let's turn it a little bit. Double tap and it recenters the gimbal. Triple tap makes it an inception mode, so the gimbal itself will start the inception mode from this position, and then it rotates a little bit. You can move along together with the gimbal and get kind of a, POV rotation shot. And then if you press it 5 times, it will auto-calibrate, so you can calibrate this gimbal without using the app, which is cool. And then the shutter button. One press and you'll take a picture or start recording, double press and you will switch from video to photo and backwards, and triple press and you'll switch from the rear camera to your selfie camera. Also, you can switch the modes without an app. You simply press the shutter button once and once the power button, and it will switch to your pan, follow and tilt follow mode. Pan, tilt, follow mode. Also, you can press it once again, the shutter button, and hold and press it twice to enter the pan mode, pan follow mode, no tilt axis, only the pan axis. Press and hold shutter button once again and triple tap, and you'll enter the all lock mode, so it doesn't move anywhere. And the last one, press and hold 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and it will go to your POV mode, and you can basically do with it whatever you want to, fly with it and all that stuff. So let's talk about the artificial intelligence. Here we have a little button up there. We press it once and it goes into your AI mode. Then you can show it like this and it will follow your movement. As you can see, I move somewhere and it follows my movement, and it works in all the apps, in your native app, without an app, in your Filmic Pro, in your Hohem app, doesn't really matter. It just follows you and really works nice. When you press once again, you'll turn on the flashlight, number 1, number 2, and number 3. It's a pretty, bright flashlight, but I have really bright light in my studio. Press it once again and it turns off, the flashlight, and you press and hold it to turn on the AI mode. So here it is, guys. Also, while this mode is working, you can show it like this or like this, and it will turn. Woohoo! In terms of quality of stabilization, I have no issues here. It's a pretty stable gimbal, and I have a review of 6 different gimbals in comparison, and if it was in this comparison, it would have taken the second or even the first place because it's very compact. It really handles the iPhone 12 Pro Max really well. And I can say that it's almost a perfect gimbal for your travel work, and for your everyday carrying, because it's really small, really lightweight. I almost don't feel it in my pocket, and the quality of stabilization is on par. Look at those shots when I was running, and it really handles the iPhone 12 Pro Max well. Also, I have to mention that when you shoot on your ultra-wide lens, you can see somewhere in the corners of your shot a little bit of motors. It's not the end of the world, but I have to mention it. And here we are in the Hohem Pro app. It's in Russian, but I'm gonna write down the English versions because I couldn't switch it to English. I think in your phone it will be in English. So let's start off with the left top corner. Here is the Bluetooth sign, the percent of charge in your phone, the battery of your gimbal, and the mode pan tilt follow, PTF. Then you go back to home, your flash, turn it on, turn it off, and automatically your camera switch from this one to this one, your face tracking. As you can see, you can turn on the face tracking, and your object tracking. You can select an object. Let's switch to this camera, for instance, this Nikon lens, and as you can see, it tracks the object perfectly, but maybe not perfectly, but it does track it. Then here we have, let's disable it, our zoom function right here. You can zoom in, the zoom out, and your focus function, F for focus. Let's switch it back to autofocus. Then let's go to the menu. Here we have our video resolution, also our grid, diagonals, and the cross. Also here we have the timer, the speed of your zoom, and the professional mode in which you can change your EV, ISO, white balance, and your camera, your tele camera, your normal camera, and your wide angle camera, which is good, by the way. Not all the apps of the gimbals have it. Also the gimbal settings, the mode you're in, pan follow, tilt, all lock, and POV. Oh, let's get back right here. Also we have our style of shooting, the normal, the smooth mode, the sport mode, and the super speed mode. So the speed of the motors will be different than the response of the gimbal. Also here we have our motor setting, the low, the middle, and the high setting, which is the strength of the motors. Also here we have the auto rotation of your screen, turn on, turn off. The horizontal joystick, it can be only your pan axis or your roll axis as well. As you can see, it rolls from side to side. Let's go back. Also here we have an inversion of your joystick, the speed of your joystick, low, medium, and high, and auto calibration, which you can do by pressing the power button 5 times, and reset of the settings, and some info about the gimbal. Also right here at your top right, we have some different filters. Let me check this one out. You have your beauty filter. How beautiful I am. Champagne, clear, autumn, and all that stuff. It doesn't really matter, don't use it. You have your little gesture hand. You can show it like so, and it will track your face, as you can see, and start recording. Whoa, what's good, guys? It's recording right now. Let's switch it off. And also here you have for your video mode, your photo mode, your hyperlapse mode. You set the first point, then you turn it somewhere, you set your second point, you set your shutter speed, your time, and you start the hyperlapse mode. And also here you've got your moments. So here we have different presets, inception mode, also an inception mode with some music and kind of glitchiness, your panorama mode, your smart hyperlapse mode, also with the music, your dolly zoom, your dynamic with roll once again, and another, it's called lucky, kind of panorama, and you can make a video to your Instagram right here. So all in all, the app is really nice. I do enjoy using this app. It's pretty simple, not really complicated, has a lot of functions. You can change your lenses in your phone, you can track your subject, track a face, change the settings, the motor strength and all that. So for the app, I give it a thumbs up. And finally, the conclusion and the price. The price of this gimbal is $130, which is pretty reasonable. The winner of my previous competition, the Snowpa Atom, costs like $20 to $30 more, and the second place, which is the Fayutech Vlog Pocket, is like $20, maybe $30 less. So this is right in between, and in terms of functionality, the stability and all that, it really handles well. So guys, my opinion and my conclusion, I totally do recommend this gimbal. If you buy this one, you won't need a gimbal for your smartphone for many years to come. So guys, all your thoughts down in the comment section below. Which gimbal do you use? How do you like the Hohem V2 with artificial intelligence, by the way? And yeah, you can smash the like and subscribe buttons if you did like this video, and the notifications bell, of course. My name is Oleg Nikitin, you've been watching No Limits On channel, and I see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Bye.